It is said that one of the patricians, a man of noblest birth and of the most reputable character, a trusted and intimate friend also of Romulus himself, and one of the colonists from Alba, Julius Proculus by name, went into the forum and solemnly swore by the most sacred emblems before all the people that, as he was travelling on the road, he had seen Romulus coming to meet him, fair and stately to the eye as never before, and arrayed in bright and shining armour. Romulus said to Proculus, "It was the pleasure of the gods, from whom I came, that I should be with mankind only a short time, and that after founding a city destined to be the greatest on earth for empire and glory, I should dwell again in heaven. So farewell, and tell the Romans that if they practice self-restraint and add to it valor, they will reach the utmost heights of human power. And I will be your heaven-sent deity, Quirinus."
Roma, Roma, oh, sensua eterni, corda nostra solum tibi, repti sensua eterni, vita nostra solum tibi,
Legio eterna, victis, Legio eterna.
Virtus in the Roman world was often cited by the Romans themselves to be their defining attribute that allowed them to conquer the Mediterranean. This code included the sacred duty not to flee battle and to hold formation. According to Livy, Rome's power grew by action and daring, not by these do-nothing tactics which the faint-hearted call caution.
Legio eterna, victis, Legio eterna, victis, Legio eterna, victis, Legio eterna.
Virtus represented Roman excellence. Cicero stated, "Cling fast to virtues. I beg you, men of Rome, it is a heritage that your ancestors bequeathed you. All else is false and doubtful, ephemeral and changeful. Only virtue stands firmly fixed. Its roots run deep. It can never be shaken by any violence, never moved from its place."
Italica suavi, nostrum munus patri martis, Italica suavi, nostrum munus patri martis,
Legio eterna, victis, Legio eterna, victis,
Legio eterna,
victis.
So this is the ascension or apotheosis of Romulus in Plutarch. Romulus disappeared suddenly since he had been caught up to heaven and was to be a benevolent god for the Romans instead of a good king. Also in Plutarch, now he's continuing the same story. Romulus has been taken up to heaven, but how do we know? Julius Proculus, and he's given all sorts of credentials, he's highly trustworthy, and he goes into the forum and he tells, traveling on the road, he had seen Romulus, fair and stately as never before, and arrayed in bright and shining armour. So it's almost like parallel to Matthew's account. He's taken up to heaven, so there's no body, there's no tomb, there's nothing like that. Then you have the witness who's seen him, and you have the mandate, very similar to what happens also in Matthew.
This was the height of human existence, and Romulus was the founding figure of it. You couldn't get more central in terms of importance and iconic in that context. And they had temples to Romulus in every major city, and worship of Romulus and veneration and all this was a commonplace in terms of, the early emperor cult. And so Anyway, I had been reading all of this, and my thought world started to, I just kind of fire on all cylinders. I started to think, through all of the different historical methods and literary methods and all the different ideas of cultural, critical kind of investigation, and just everything just came together and converged in my mind. And at one moment, it was kind of like, my brain just short-circuited. This is the same thing that we're getting in the New Testament. This feels a lot like what I read in the Gospels.